The fans feel it. The coaches feel it. Us as announcers, we feel it. The atmosphere is going to be great.
It is indeed. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And here is Van Vliet. Siakam passes to Van Vliet. Nice D from Levine. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Powell. The feed to Carter. It's good.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet. He'll find the open man.
Van Vliet with it. At the top of the key, Lowry. The 15-footer. Carter pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to White. Back to Porter. 6 to shoot. Unable to get that one. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. There are few players more gifted athletically than Zach LaVine. Coach made it clear their focus is trying to contain him offensively. Good luck with trying to keep him between the ball and the basket.
Thanks, David.
This is the thing about Wendell Carter. He's got the skill to go with the size. Very difficult to defend. And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
That one is off. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
And the second free throw, good.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Van Vliet kicks to Powell. Pass to Gasol. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Here's Van Vliet. Can't connect from long distance.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Here's Powell. The Bulls getting the bucket. Outside Lowry. From the arc. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
Lowry, a guy who can do a little bit of everything for you, including stretching the floor.
Right the pass to Markkanen. Over Siakam. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Siakam kicks to Gasol. Powell against Porter. Now Powell. Back to Gasol. Beyond the arc. Carter pulls it in. Now here's Levine. Covered by Van Vliet. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Here's Carter. Buries it down low. Carter's got 5.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
Stolen by Markkanen. Releases. White. Good. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. The drive by Siakam, and it's blocked.
Marketing with a nice block shot. His size has been a factor in this game.
Gasol kicks to Powell. Back to Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's how you like to set up a big man for the shot. Gasol just catching it and letting it go.
Now here's White. Pass to Levine. Step back shot, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Carter against Lowry, and there's the pass to Gasol. Over White. Chicago grabs the miss. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Porter against Powell. Porter, no luck. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Van Vliet. No good from outside. Lowry against White. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
On that play, Markkanen just using his size. He's becoming a monster on the offensive end. The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why: they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced. This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Levine deciding where to go with it. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. When you talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors, where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations. They are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
Now here is Carter. He's got 5.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession. And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark.
So it's Chicago now, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Porter, no luck.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. Pass to Powell. Passes it to Gasol. Shoots over White.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
It's Gasol missing. Lowry passes to Van Vliet. Back to Lowry. Here's Siakam. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Siakam's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, before coaches started running plays for him, this is where Siakam would get his points, on the offensive glass.
Outside, Levine. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Carter. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded closely. Kicks to Lowry. Pass to Gasol. Back to Lowry. Let's go. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
The big fella loves to pass. Marc Gasol with the vision and court awareness to do it from anywhere on the floor.
White the pass to Markkanen. There's Porter with the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
To the wing on the left. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. Good on the triple. Markkanen's got the game tied up here for the Bulls. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Raptors. So timeout called here. The first for Toronto. Steve, the league has done a pretty good job of curbing player altercations. Some guys, always though, it seems, are going to be ready to go toe-to-toe and will not back down.
Patrick Beverly, Kevin, Draymond Green, James Johnson.
Yeah.
Those guys come to mind. They are ready to go from the tip. They are ready to go.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Norman Powell. And McCaw is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Here's Anunoby. Here's Lowry. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And over the last few seasons, Kyle Lowry's scoring trending downward. His assists increasing, though, dramatically, relying more on his teammates to get the job done.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Lowry. And we've seen Lowry settling for more perimeter shots in recent years.
I mean, he's always had a great motor, but you have to adapt as you get older. Some back issues starting to creep in, and important for him to stay healthy along the way.
He hits both from the stripe.
In a discussion of great two-way players in this league, sometimes Lowry gets overlooked, and that's a mistake.
Now, here is Young. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a ring player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Shooting 1.
That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Right wing. Here's Ibaka, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
Ibaka hits both of them.
Serge Ibaka has gone through a lot of roles since he's entered the league. Now pretty much a shot-blocking stretch 4.
Now here's Satoransky. Valentine passes to Hutchison. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dunn. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him. Raptors with the lead. Here's Lowry. 7 points in the game. With the teardrop, and it's good on the lay-in. Lowry's got 9 points.
When you are Lowry's size, you need to have a strong floater, and that was a beauty he just put up.
Pass to Young. Dunn against Lowry. Dunn looking over the floor. Passes it to Satoransky. And it's Lowry with the rebound. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run.
I love it. Excellent ball movement. Kyle Lowry knowing who to give it to and when.
Bulls trail by 5. Dunn outside. Young against Ibaka. Now here's Satoransky. Guarded closer. Shots good from Young.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Lowry against Dunn. Lowry can't get it to go.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And the basket is good. And now just a 1-point Raptor lead. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Pass to Ibaka. Here's McCaw. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice pass. Not really known as a natural facilitator, but Ibaka has the experience at this point to execute these plays.
Now here's Dunn. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to Satoransky. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Down against Lowry. That's tipped. And now Young running the floor all by himself.
Great steal to get them in transition. Chris Dunn with the anticipation. So disruptive on the defensive end.
McCaw, the pass to Anunoby. He dishes it to Lowry. 36 seconds left to play here in the first. Anunoby, good.
And Lowry has no problem setting up teammates. He strikes a good balance between passing and scoring.
Young outside. Inside. That's good from Dunn on the assist from Thaddeus Young. And the Bulls lead by 1. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Lowry against Dunn. Now here's Lowry. Not a lot of room. Just 4 to shoot. That will count. That one misses. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Bulls leading by just 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set, and how it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now. and helping those two here. And with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot. Energy and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
We've got Valentine. Chris Dunn is out there with Thomas Sadaransky. And it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Lowry.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
The Bulls shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That one misses for Young.
Well, not an easy time on offense for the Bulls last year. They struggled mightily on the offensive end. 3rd worst in the league in effective field goal percentage. All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Now Ibaka. 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And with the Bulls an effective field goal percentage, it's due to their lack of outside shooting.
Yeah, this team can shoot decently from outside. They just choose not to. Last in the league in threes. Just a placed-out decision the organization is going with.
And they got to bring the double team on him.
The Bulls shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think is helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Bulls have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
The Toronto Raptors knew Kawhi Leonard might leave, but plan B is to build around their young players. They've got some good ones, in my opinion.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, the Raptors have done a great job of finding quality players, Steve, late in the draft and developing them into contributors.
Yes, Kevin, and one of those guys is Fred VanVleet. He went undrafted. A long rebuild was never in the cards for Toronto. They're competing as those young guys develop.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
And last year, the Bulls having issues moving the ball was actually a strength for them in the seasons prior.
Totally agree. You look at all the relevant team assist stats. The Bulls were bottom 5 in all of them. This team, they fall into too much isolation for stretches.
Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. Zach LaVine comes in for Satoransky. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Here is Lowry. The Bulls getting the bucket. To the inside, McCaw.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Dunn left side. Shot clock at 5. And the shot is long.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Anunoby, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Markkanen dishes to Young. Tries again. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lowry has the open look, and it's all evened up. Lowry's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Like a lot of jump shooters, Lowry's much more consistent when he gets his looks within the flow of the offense.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
Changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Denzel Valentine. And it's White in for Dunn. And then for Toronto, Siakam is checked in for Anunoby. Norman Powell comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for McCaw. For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And Siakam throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Now, here's Markkanen. He's got 5. And here's Porter from 10 feet out. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
I mean, that's a great sense of spacing. Porter knows just how much he needs to get a clean look.
Pass to Powell. 3-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Powell's got 5 points so far.
That was a great pass once the double team came over. He hit the wide open man perfectly.
White the pass to LaVine. somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. He's got 6.
Terrific dribble move by Zach LaVine, blessed with the ability to create space to get off his shot.
Here's Siakam, and again it's Toronto converting.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the 3 and the painted area.
Markkanen finds Porter, shoots over Powell. Porter, no luck.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Shoots from the right block, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
That's just a solid execution to get a wide open look.
And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls, trailing by 5. A floater, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. Oh, you just watch LaVine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with LaVine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
He misses the free throw.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
And Toronto making a change here. Gasol's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And with LaVine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with LaVine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Now here's Van Vliet. 4 on the clock. Markkanen pulls it in.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
White with it. Outside, Markkanen. And the Bulls with another miss. Toronto leading by 4. Stolen by LaVine. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. LaVine with the ball.
Oh, did you see that? The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
And Ibaka kicks to Van Vliet. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. The Raptors making a switch here. McCaw's checked in. Bulls on D. It's good. And that's 10 points for Siakam.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
Bulls trail by 4. White down low, covered by Van Vliet. Count it, good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Siakam outside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
One shot.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Well, last season, Pascal Siakam more than doubled his scoring. Dramatic improvement as a shooter from the perimeter and the line.
One shot.
Throw good, Siakam. And we've seen his shooting improve. But Siakam also very dangerous off the bounce.
Yeah, reason why,
Time
Kevin,
out.
he's becoming a great ball handler. They trust him to press the attack and to get into the lane.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. White the pass to Markkanen. Back to White. Six to shoot. Here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Van Vliet passes to Powell. Back to Van Vliet. Here's McCaw, guarded by Levine. McCaw kicks to Gasol. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
The Raptors have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And every so often, Steve, we'll see 2 teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs. It was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
Now Powell, following the miss by Otto Porter from deep. Gasol finds Powell. Passes it to Van Vliet. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Right side, Porter. He feeds it to Carter. The 8-footer. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Left side, Gasol. Over Carter. A nice shot by Gasol. Gasol's got 5.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And let's also add, he has touch from there. That's a solid shot for him.
Now here's Porter. White. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision returned to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Now, here's Siakam. He's got 13. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Toronto with the ball. Gasol passes to Van Vliet. Powell kicks to Siakam. Just 5 on the clock. But they recover it. Down low. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection. One of the league's best-kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Toronto.
One shot.
Smitty, you're talking about Siakam. The Raptors president is from Nigeria and very active in the Basketball Without Borders program.
You're totally right. A prospect like Siakam was on his radar. The late first-round pick in 2016 was more than rewarding where he ended up at.
Satoransky gets the bucket.
I mean, he's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's a beautiful play.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Here's McCall. Satoransky covering. Here's Van Vliet. Happy to see that one going after missing 6 of his 9 shots today.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
And let's forget the height disadvantage. He brings the effort and he brings the energy.
And then Carter with the dunk.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now Van Vliet. Over Porter. And it's White with the rebound.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Kyle Lowry had a huge first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, as we know, it's always a good idea to pound the ball into the paint. So many defensive game plans are focused just on stopping the three. When you hurt a team down low, they got to react. That allows you to play inside out. Trust me, I have the blueprint. I created the blueprint. Inside, kick it back out, shoot for 3. Rick Fox, beat Shaw, and big shot, Bob for 3. The crowd go crazy. I know you remember that, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the 3. Off on the layup.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
And White kicks to Levine. To the paint. Carter against Powell for the tie, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
A tough physical player who doesn't mind mixing it up. Wendell for the and one.
And you look at Wendell Carter Jr., the center out of Duke. Fantastic blend of size and mobility. A lot to like about what he can do.
One shot.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And with Wendell Carter Jr., we saw flashes of his potential last season.
Easy to see why he was a snap pick at 7 for the Bulls back in 2018. As he gets more comfortable in his role and his teammates lean on him, he could be a force.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And a minute played as the second half gets going. White finds Levine. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Siakam, the bounce pass. Pass to Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 20 points for Kyle Lowry.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And the dunk by Powell.
The quickness of Kyle Lowry getting them out and running.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Toronto. There's the pass to VanVleet. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Knocked away. Here's Siakam. And it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Marc Gasol. For Chicago, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good for Markkanen. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird if you like. Fantastic stretch 4 who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, Smitty, you watch Markin. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You could see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
Now, here's Siakam. 16 points for him. 5 on the clock. And Porter comes to help. Here's Gasol. Banked in off the glass. Gasol's got 7 points in the game.
You know, few active players have taken more contact inside than Marc Gasol. He knows how to handle it.
Dunn passes to Levine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Outside, Markkanen. Poked loose. Gasol with the steal. Pass to Van Vliet. And Levine comes to help. From deep. And again, Toronto with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
But they'll get another chance. Siakam against Markkanen. Levine.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
And Levine comes to help. Down low. Nice D from Porter. Bulls trail by 4. And Levine.
Yes. Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now here is Lowry. 20 points for him, and the shot goes down.
And we've seen this. There are certain nights when Lowry just decides to take over.
Down against Lowry. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Young's checked in for Wendell Carter. And it's Valentine in for Otto Porter Jr. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby. He kicks it to Powell. From deep three-point range, the shot no good.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
For 3, Levine. No good on that one, so the Raptors will take it the other way. And the dunk by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Young, and it's slammed in by Young.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Down against Lowry. Here's the teardrop. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
One criticism of Jim Boylen before getting extended was his offense. Called too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
He's off on the first. And Steve, for Boylen, a first-time head coach, a smart move to shore up his staff, though.
We see a lot of coaches now hire a specialist assistant coach to delegate part of that game to. Lets guys like Boylen focus on player development and defense.
And he's good on the second. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls to the middle. And it's slammed in by Young.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Dunn.
In the open court, that's where Chris Dunn can really let loose, creating havoc for the defense.
Here's Powell, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a two guard in my opinion, and he's off to a strong start in his young career.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. The Bulls have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Levine dishes to Dunn. Three-pointer, Markkanen. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And again, Toronto no up. Chicago trailing here. Here's Levine. No good. That would have tied it.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Now here's Powell. 12 points for him. Gasol misses off the left iron. Levine against Lowry. Passes to Dunn. Kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Valentine. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Dunn. Good on the three-point shot. Dunn's got 5 points now this quarter.
Welcome sight for this team. When Dunn's hitting from distance, this offense really opens up.
Anunoby passes to Ibaka. Powell with it. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Shoots over Markkanen, and Gasol gets it to go. Gasol's got 12 points in the game.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Markkanen finds Levine. Shoots over Powell. Levine can't hit. Toronto's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Ibaka outside. The pass to Lowry. A beautiful reverse layup. Now it's a 3-point Toronto lead.
And there are guys who can drive like Lowry, but not many that can shoot as well, too. That's what opens up his penetration game.
Inside, here's Levine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists in the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now here is Ibaka. 5 points in the game. Valentine grabs the board. To the inside. Here's Dunn. Toronto grabs the miss.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Here's Anunoby, defended by Young. Anunoby, no good. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lowry against Dunn. Good work defensively by Lowry. Toronto's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Anunoby kicks to Lowry. Right side Gasol. Over Young. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Lowry. Gasol's got 9 points now in just the second half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
For the tie, the rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
To the middle, and the jam by Levine.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Toronto calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Changes for Chicago. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Markkanen. Satoransky comes in for Denzel Valentine. And it's White in for Dunn. Raptors also changing it up. Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Gasol. And McCaw is subbed in for Powell.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Pass to Young. Ibaka comes with the double team to the left wing. Here's Hutchison. The offensive rebound. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Inside, there's Hollis-Jefferson. Boom, he jams it straight down.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
White the pass to Hutchison. Down low. And Young slams it home.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's McCall. The dish to Ibaka. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. Back to Ibaka. Pass to McCaw. From deep. Bean with the rebound.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Or is he actually insane enough to think that he might be able to make that? Either way, we might see him sitting by himself for a while.
Now, here is Young. He's got 19. Levine trying to free himself up. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Thaddeus Young. Lowry feeling it out a bit.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man and plays with active hands.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Raptors lead by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on his heels.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Sederansky. He's out there with White. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Wendell Carter. And it's Hutchinson in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. They get it back. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Siakam.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
No good on the second free throw.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Here's McCall. Light covering to the paint. There's Hollis Jefferson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Bulls trail by 5. White the pass to Porter. Back to White. Porter in the corner. Outside White. Back to Porter. No good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. McCaw, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And stolen by White. Here's the break. A floater. Second chance shot, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
He's a tough guy to shoot over. Wendell at 6'10" with the 7'4" wingspan.
At the line of the ball, one shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Carter. Toronto with the ball. A 2-point game. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Van Vliet. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Now here's Porter. Shot from free throw range. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Chicago the foul. And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. White down low, covered by Van Vliet. And White kicks to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Throw good, Siakam.
You have to give Pascal Siakam a lot of credit. He's continued to improve the shooting percentage both from the field and the line.
Now here is Carter. Outside Porter. The pass to Satoransky. Here's Carter. And again, unable to change momentum here. Raptors leading by 9. Here's McCaw. There's Hollis Jefferson, and he goes in for the dunk.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
We've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
And Toronto has possession. The Bulls getting the bucket. Van Vliet finds Siakam. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Hutchison passes to White. Inside, here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Well, you know Carter's good for a steady performance, but tonight he's taking over on the offensive end.
Passes it to Siakam. Hollis Jefferson passes to Siakam. Now here's Van Vliet. Light covering. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Porter. It's Carter, high post. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Siakam. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to
Take a break.
something
Take a
better.
break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
So for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's done in for Satoransky. The Raptors also with a sub. Powell's checked in. Carter hits them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Now, here's Siakam to the inside. Ibaka, no luck. And White kicks to Dunn. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And the rejection by Ibaka. Powell, the pass to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Coming into the league, Siakam's defense was well ahead of his offense. As you can see tonight, that's evened out.
Dunn shot's good.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Here's McCall. White covering. McCaw kicks to Ibaka. And here is Powell. Offline with his 3. Outside, White. The rebound by Ibaka. Raptors leading by 9. McCaw, the pass to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Such a fluid mover off the bounce. Siakam gets to his spot before the defense can react.
Markkanen kicks to Porter. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Ibaka. Siakam with it. Now guarded by Porter. Pass to VanVleet. Now the pass to McCaw. And he banks in the layup. McCaw has got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Now, here's Dunn. He's covered closely. Lays it up off the glass. Dunn's got 4 this quarter.
Especially dangerous off the bounce. Chris Dunn can shift gears in an instant.
Here's Siakam. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Raptors lead by 13.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Here's White. Not going to go that time. Good D by Siakam.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
The Bulls making a switch here. Levine's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Lowry's checked in. Pass to Powell. Back to Lowry. Here's Siakam. Dunn covering. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. And again, Toronto no up.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Dunn. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
The pull-up jump shot. You can see this is where Chris Dunn's work ethic has improved this shot immensely.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Ibaka. Wide open, he fires. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Levine. And then Carter with the dunk.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Siakam against Markkanen. Passes to Van Vliet. Clock at 6. Ibaka finds Powell. Over Porter. Trying to get open is Ibaka. The Raptors rebound. Yep, that one goes in there. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
Outside, Levine. Down low, Markkanen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his third personal foul. Markkanen. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
You know, he's exceptionally focused, well-liked by his teammates. Markkanen looks to be a centerpiece for the future.
And Markkanen drops them both.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Lowry with the ball. This one for 3. And Ibaka slams it in.
The aggressive side of Serge coming through as Serge himself at the rim.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Van Vliet. Finished off the break. And the Raptors lead by 15.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Porter. Plays it up and banks it in.
The ability to beat people off the bounce, something Porter's worked on, and you see it working from him there.
Lowry against Dunn. And Toronto turns it over again.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the Raptors. .119 left in the game. Stolen by Van Vliet. And now it's Lowry running. Here we go, all the way if he can.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Toronto.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Kyle Lowry.
You love to see this kind of leadership. Directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Pass to Powell. Back to Lowry. Baseline J on the way, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
For 3, Levine cans it from downtown.
If history is any indicator, more often than not, Levine's going to take this shot. It's what he's built to do.
Lowry against Dunn. Outside Lowry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.